Right now, 50 Cent is getting hit from every direction. First, it was T.I., then Fabulous, even his own sons jumped in, and now Papoose just dropped a brutal diss track called Agent Provocateur. In the song, Papoose accuses 50 of lying about the infamous 9-shot story and even calls out how he treated Lloyd Banks. But here's the crazy part. 50 Cent didn't respond with a diss track at all. Instead, he clowned Papoose with savage memes and told him to make a hit record first. So now the internet is split. Did Papoose actually cook 50, or is 50 playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? Let's break it all down. We've honestly never watched one guy get piled on by this many people in such a short window. Forget Drake for a second. No, seriously, this is the real 1 versus 20 situation playing out right in front of us. From Fabulous to T.I. to his own sons King Harris and Domani Harris to Mano and now Papoose. But hold up, the diss track everyone online keeps losing their minds over right now is the one aimed straight at 50 Cent by Papoose. The track is called Agent Provocateur, and listen, I'm not even mad at the hype. Personally, I've got this sitting as the second hardest diss record to drop during this entire beef so far. Of course, Domani's track Miss Jackson is still holding that #1 spot in my book. But wow, Pap really went completely off the rails on this record. He jumps in immediately, calling out 50 and questioning the story about how many times he was really shot. For years, the legend was that he survived 9 shots, but Pap says the reality is it was only 5. And get this, his baby mother reportedly said years ago that 50 was shot 5 times, but he kept pushing the 9-shot story just to mirror the legend of Tupac Shakur. Fire.
One of the things that the chat wants to know is, how many times did he get shot? Some say 5, 9, 10, 11, who knows? Do you know how they asked you what it was, how many times he got shot?
Absolutely, I know, because I was there. I was there with him in the hospital for weeks, to the point where once he was not in his induced coma. Once he saw I was there, he did not let me leave his side. But he was shot 5 times. 5 times. Once in the jaw, the arm, the hip, and everything else was like little flesh wound, but 5 times. It was not 9. He said he came up with 5. His reasoning to me why he said he came up with 5 was because Tupac got shot 5 times. He said Tupac got shot 5 times, so he wanted to sensationalize it because he didn't want to be compared to Tupac. He wanted to make it bigger than what Tupac was.
Papoose also went at the way 50 Cent treated Lloyd Banks during that difficult period when Banks was dealing with the loss of his father. He basically accused him of clowning people and turning everything into jokes instead of stepping into the booth and settling things with music. Listen, this right here feels like a real New York-style diss record. The way Papoose dissected 50 and brought up moments from different chapters of his life was honestly kind of wild. And I'm telling you, the record definitely makes people look at 50 from a completely different angle. Now hold up, just a few minutes ago, 50 Cent actually fired back at this diss track. But no, for anybody expecting it, he didn't respond with a diss record. Instead, 50 threw out a challenge and told Pap, make 1 hit record and I'll respond to you. Then he added a slick little jab, telling him to go spend time with his girlfriend. 50 even dropped a meme with it showing what he called the secret formula for never blowing up. According to the meme, 1 rap career plus 25 years of rapping plus 0 hits still equals Papoose. Man, I'm not even gonna lie, that meme was straight evil. And it also looks like 50 is back throwing shots at Claressa Shields again, which is honestly where this whole drama with Pap started in the first place. Just like everybody else who's been taking swings at 50 lately, Pap wasted no time clapping back. He basically said, hold up 50, just because you've got more streams than me doesn't mean you're the better rapper. Pap even posted an old photo of himself with 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks from back in the day. Then he added a wild caption saying that on that day, Curtis's breath smelled terrible. I'm sitting here thinking, how do you even remember something like that 20 years later? Pap followed that up by saying hip-hop is in a new era now. According to him, the days of artists buying their own records just to make it look like they have hits are long gone. He argued that inflated numbers can't hide the fact that some rappers are simply better lyrically. And he also claimed that no amount of corny memes is going to protect 50 from this diss. PAP doubled down and said people shouldn't forget he already destroyed him with Agent Provocateur. He even suggested that once the track dropped, 50 started panicking on his streaming platforms. PAP also shared a post pointing out that several high-profile rappers and industry figures have been accused of buying fake streams. That practice, according to the post, is often used to boost chart positions and create the illusion of popularity. Now listen, I've got to keep it real and be fair about this. PAP is actually getting roasted in the comments under that post. One person told him that back then he was a fan, but today he wishes he had the same level of success. Another commenter said, beefing while your woman takes care of you is crazy work. Someone else joked that PAP should log off and leave this internet beef alone. They even said he needs a certified hit before stepping into a battle with 50. And honestly, people are pointing out some tough numbers here. 50 Cent has sold more than 30 million albums worldwide. Meanwhile, critics are saying Papoose has never had a song chart in a major way. That's why it's always risky trying to beef with someone as big as 50. If you come at him without the same level of accolades, the fans are definitely going to remind you. And something tells me this situation is far from over. Knowing PAP, he might drop 5 more diss records by tomorrow. Meanwhile, 50 actually seems to be enjoying being the villain again. The guy wants smoke with everybody right now. Even people who aren't really involved in the situation are catching stray shots. At one point, he even posted an AI picture of himself next to Ja Rule, asking where his diss track is. That's just the kind of chaos 50 lives for. He genuinely enjoys stirring the pot and keeping everyone talking. And it's crazy because despite running TV shows and movie projects, he still finds time to troll his enemies. Honestly, his brain just works differently. So now I've got to ask you, where do you rank Papoose's diss record in this whole situation? Is it the #1 diss so far, or just somewhere in the top 3? And what do you think about 50's challenge, telling him to make a hit record before he'll respond? Is that a clever move, or just a straight-up cop-out? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one.